Asatin, a name whispered with a mix of awe and trepidation in the electrifying world of K-pop. He was an enigma, a captivating paradox. Towering and muscular, 6 wolfish tails swayed rhythmically behind him, each step a silent promise of unpredictable energy. His 6 arms, usually crossed with an air of detachment, could unleash a whirlwind of motion. 4 pointed ears, peeking out from beneath a meticulously crafted mask, hinted at an otherworldly lineage. For Asatin wasn't just any idol, he was the son of Azrael, a demonic rock star whose vocals could shake the very foundations of the earth, and Lumina, an angelic songstress whose voice held the celestial beauty of 1,000 stars. Together, they were a force of nature, dominating not just K-pop, but also the J-pop and C-pop scenes. Asatin, despite his intimidating aura, possessed a playful side, a mischievous glint in his eyes that could disarm even the most stoic observer. Though his words were few, each syllable dripped with the weight of sincerity, his actions speaking volumes where words failed. The bond he shared with his parents was profound, a silent understanding that transcended words. He was their pride and joy, a testament to their extraordinary love. Asatin, in turn, revered his parents, their every achievement a source of secret pride for the stoic idol. Beneath his emotionless facade, a heart of gold beat with fierce loyalty for his family. The air crackled with anticipation as Seoul's Olympic Stadium pulsed with the vibrant energy of thousands of fans. Tonight was the night. Azrael and Lumina, the reigning monarchs of K-pop, were set to ignite the stage with their electrifying performance. Unseen, amidst the throngs of fervent admirers, stood Asatin. He preferred to avoid the limelight, his presence known only to a select few. Yet, tonight was different. Tonight, he was here for them, a silent guardian, a proud son. The lights dimmed, plunging the stadium into darkness. A collective gasp rippled through the crowd. Then a spotlight pierced the darkness, revealing Azrael, a charismatic figure exuding raw power. His voice, a guttural growl that sent shivers down spines, filled the stadium, each note resonating with the primal energy of his demonic heritage. Beside him, Lumina shimmered, an ethereal vision in flowing white. Her voice, angelic and pure, soared above the roar of the crowd, weaving a tapestry of emotions that brought tears to their eyes. Asatin watched, a ghost of a smile playing on his lips as his parents captivated the audience. He knew the effort they poured into their craft, the countless hours of practice, the sacrifices they made. He saw the toll it took, the exhaustion lurking beneath their vibrant facades. The concert ended in a blaze of glory, leaving the crowd spellbound. Asatin made his way backstage, navigating the labyrinthine corridors with practiced ease. He found his parents in their dressing room, the echoes of their performance still lingering in the air. The air, however, was thick with tension, a stark contrast to the euphoria of moments ago. This contract, it's outrageous. Lumina's voice, usually the epitome of serenity, was laced with frustration. Azrael, his face etched with worry, ran a hand through his wild hair. He's pushing us too far, Lumina, but we're trapped. Asatin listened silently from the shadows, his heart clenching at the sight of his parents' distress. He may not have understood the intricacies of the music industry, but he knew injustice when he heard it, and he would not stand idly by while someone threatened his family. The name Chairman Kang sent shivers down the spines of even the most hardened individuals in the music industry. He was a man who ruled with an iron fist, his greed matched only by his ruthlessness. Asatin had heard whispers of his tactics, of artists trapped in exploitative contracts, their careers held hostage by the chairman's whims. Rage simmered within Asatin, a cold fire that threatened to consume him. He had to act, to protect his parents from this predator. But how? As night fell upon Seoul, Asatin slipped out of his family's penthouse apartment, his movements as silent as the night wind. He had a plan, a daring and dangerous one. He would infiltrate Chairman Kang's heavily guarded mansion, retrieve the contracts, and destroy them. freeing his parents and the other artists from his clutches. He moved with the grace of a phantom, scaling walls, slipping past security cameras, his 6 arms working in perfect unison. His senses, honed to an almost supernatural level, picked up every sound, every movement. His resolve hardened with each step he took towards his target. This was for his family. The mansion loomed before him, a monument to Chairman Kang's ill-gotten wealth. Guards patrolled the perimeter, their faces grim, their eyes vigilant. But they were no match for Asatin. He was a shadow, a whisper in the night. He slipped past the first line of defense with ease, his dark attire blending seamlessly with the shadows. The second layer, a network of laser beams, proved to be more challenging. But Asatin, with his agility and keen eyesight, navigated the intricate web of light with balletic grace. He finally reached his destination, Chairman Kang's private study. Picking the lock with nimble fingers, he slipped inside, the air thick with the scent of expensive cigars and even more expensive desperation. The room was opulent, adorned with trophies and awards, a testament to the lives Chairman Kang had controlled and manipulated. Asatin's gaze fell upon a heavy safe tucked away in a corner, its steel door gleaming under the dim light. He knew instinctively that this was where the contracts were kept, the chains that bound his parents and countless others. The safe, though formidable, was no match for Asatin's strength. He worked silently, his 6 arms moving with precision, the metal groaning in protest as he manipulated the lock. Finally, with a resounding clang, the heavy door swung open, revealing stacks of documents, each one a symbol of Chairman Kang's tyranny. Asatin gathered the contracts, his heart pounding with a mixture of adrenaline and righteous fury. He had them. He had the power to set his parents free. He left the mansion as swiftly as he'd entered it, a phantom disappearing into the night. He made his way to a secluded spot on the outskirts of Seoul, a place where the city's lights gave way to the darkness of the surrounding hills. There, under the watchful gaze of the moon, Asatin built a bonfire. He watched as the flames danced and devoured the contracts, turning Chairman Kang's greed and manipulation into ashes. The next day, the K-pop world was abuzz with the news of Chairman Kang calling an emergency meeting with all the artists under his label. Speculation ran rampant. Whispers of new contracts, stricter regulations, and even potential blacklisting filled the air. Asatin's parents, their faces etched with worry, prepared to face the music, unaware of their son's daring feat. They arrived at the meeting, joining a room full of anxious and confused artists. Chairman Kang stood at the head of the table, his face an impassive mask, his eyes cold and calculating. He began to speak, his voice dripping with a venomous honey that did little to disguise his true intentions. "My dear artists," he purred, a cruel smile playing on his lips. "I've decided that it's time for a change, a restructuring of our agreements, for the betterment of all." As he delved into the details, outlining his even more exploitative terms, a collective gasp filled the room. Despair threatened to engulf them, their voices silenced by fear. That's when Asatin made his entrance. The doors to the meeting room swung open with a resounding bang, silencing Chairman Kang mid-sentence. All eyes turned to the lone figure standing in the doorway, silhouetted against the hallway light. Asatin strode into the room, his presence commanding attention. He stopped before Chairman Kang, his gaze unwavering, a single sheet of charred paper clutched in one of his hands. "You seem to have lost something, Chairman." Asatin's voice, though rarely heard, held a quiet power that resonated through our room. He held up the charred fragment, the remnants of Chairman Kang's control. "Your contracts are nothing but ashes. Your reign of terror ends now." Confusion morphed into understanding as the artists witnessed the fear that flickered in Chairman Kang's eyes for the first time. It was a sight they'd never thought they'd see. The room erupted, whispers turning into shouts of disbelief, then into cheers of relief and gratitude. Asatin had freed them. In the aftermath, justice prevailed. Chairman Kang's empire crumbled, his wrongdoings exposed to the world. As for Asatin, he retreated back into the shadows, his mission accomplished. He returned to his life, content with the knowledge that his family was safe. That night, in the quiet sanctuary of their home, Azrael and Lumina embraced their son, their hearts overflowing with love and gratitude. "Thank you, Asatin," Lumina whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "We're so proud of you," Azrael added, his gruff voice softened by love. Asatin simply nodded, a rare smile gracing his lips. He may not have been vocal about his feelings, but his actions spoke volumes. He would always be there for his family, a silent guardian, a loving son. The legacy of Asatin, the enigmatic K-pop idol, extended beyond the stage, beyond the glitz and glamour. He was a symbol of hope, a reminder that even in the darkest of times, courage and love could conquer all.